All right, welcome to the Gibson County Challenge 2022. This is the 5th annual event, sponsored by Downtown Princeton, Inc. My name is Stephen Waits, and I'm joined by Jon Kennard. We got our sponsors here. Coverage this front nine is brought to you by Dynamic Disc. We got some great hole sponsors. Tournaments ran by nonprofit in Princeton, Dads for Disc Golf. So we're flying out over Haubstadt.
Haubstadt's always looking good. Thanks to the guys down there that keep it up kept for us. There's the racetrack.
We got two previous winners on the card, Paul Oman and Payton, who won last year. And then they're joined by Jared and Phil McGuire. Jared Stoll and Phil McGuire, hole one here. This is me and Jon both co-designed this hole along with Jon's brother Ben. And this was a hole that we really were excited about being able to back it up as far as we could for a starting hole.
You got to follow the line here. You can get a little off track and be not good.
Gaps all the way down the hole. Paul's going to start us off. So the drone footage we filmed, we actually refilmed it and we're putting it out because this is a course that's being used for the 2022 AM Worlds. The FA1 pool will play on this course. So you can see what it would look like if they didn't have to deal with limbs, and then on the drone footage you're going to get a pretty much recent drone flyovers for the courses. And so definitely a lot less to deal with this time of year. Usually this event's mid to late summer, and we got it in before AM Worlds this year. But Paul's throwing a rock right there. Yeah, just it's really just a straight line. It's just right there.
Yeah, he almost peered that. Turned it over a little bit too much. Jared up here.
Jared came down from Michigan on sponsored by Westside. He spent the week down here preparing for these courses. He stopped for this tournament on his way home.
Caught an early tree there.
I don't see what's so hard about it. It's just a gap and then another gap and then another gap. It's just straight ahead. Now that's the trouble you get over there. They keep the course really good in the fairways and really punishing in the rough. And even this time of year, when what was this, early April, that rough was already pretty thick, and by the time the players get here for Worlds, it's going to be nice and heavy.
There it is.
Great pull. So that road's inbounds, and he is probably 35 feet right of the basket and long now. So, yeah.
It's not a bad look from over there, though. It's still pretty clean. There's the punishment.
Basket is going to be on the left quarter of the screen. He's just trying to get back out to the fairway, and that didn't happen. So this course went in 2019?
Yeah, right before COVID.
Yeah. It's it was the first sort of public 18-hole disc golf course in the county. Disc golf really took over in Gibson County, and it started in about 2018, 2017 with the country club getting the course and Southside 9, Princeton Parks Department putting courses in down there. This is the first wooded course for those that live in Gibson County, so it was a nice addition to the disc golf scene there.
Phil's on third shot.
Yeah, he's still trying to get out of the rough, and then he goes across. He's got to look there. Yeah, he'd get that.
This is Payton.
No, this is Paul. Yep. So he can see the basket where he's at, but he's still got to turn a big anti-putter shot just to get up there. And yeah, Payton. It's clear all the way to the pin. He must have some limbs hanging over that I just can't see on the camera. A 3 on hole 1 feels good. Like, just off the front.
Phil's trying to save bogey here.
Is this bogey or double bogey? Double bogey.
Oh.
Yep. A lot of golf left. First hole of the tournament. Gotta just forget about it. 53 holes to go. Courses get progressively longer and tougher. Paul's in for even. Payton's in for even. Hole 2, drone flyover sponsored by Clinker's Hometown Bar and Grill. This one's a right to left turning hole, usually something that's going to flip up and glide. If it dumps too early, you're going to be in the thick stuff. If it turns over, you're going to be in the thick stuff.
Stoll got here another rock.
Yeah, I think that's he's got that Payton in rock. It looks like the same one he threw on the last hole. Just give it a little hyzer throw this time. Let it low to the ground. Oh,
No,
money.
Perfect.
Money. Good ground action, even with all the leaves. Big ground play by Payton. Inside circle.
Jared gonna throw a 4 again? Is that an anvil?
Yeah, it looks like it. It definitely came out quick.
That's
Good tree cake though.
That's beefy.
You know, you get a good beat in one though. I've seen a couple guys throw those. You like the forehand anvil. Phil definitely trying to get that putt, calm the nerves. Not as big of a ground play as the others, but it's in the fairway. Wanted to give a shout out to Bob Hirsch and the Haubstadt group of volunteers that have welcomed this course and embraced it and really do a number on the property and keeping it in good playing condition, not just for tournaments but for everyday play. Great putt by Phil. So hole 1 did play half a stroke over par. And then he comes in, they're coming in here, and this is, as you can tell, playing under par for the field.
Barely snuck that one in there. I thought Jared was a little further right than that. But like you were saying,
got
being
a
earlier in the
kick.
year, it looks
Yeah.
it's a lot
Well,
easier to play a little off the fairway than it would be
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Pressure's on Payton and Paul not to ruin the star frame from probably within 12 feet.
Yeah.
This hole's changed a little bit. It used to finish a little bit left, just left to where it is now. Now it's just like a nice little turnover backhand, real soft.
Yeah, if you've seen the coverage, we had it filmed in 2019. It was in that other pin, but now it's. To me,
I like the play on this, the way it's set up now better.
Yeah, it definitely. Before it was just a nice straight throw, not a lot in the way, but these trees right here on the left of the screen, they're just close enough that it forces that thought in your head and the forehand around them.
Paul didn't push it long enough there.
They're probably, you can see me down on the catch cam. You know, you want to be aiming probably left of me just to get around those trees, but be long enough to get to the pin. And then that's the risk. Right side early trees, left side early tree.
Another early tree hit.
Were those first three all forehands?
Yeah, which is kind of rare to see Paul throw one.
He's been throwing a lot more. We filmed him in St. Louis, and he started to throw some forehands. But yeah, it is definitely a rare sight. And that just
soft putter though.
I'm really
Stoll,
surprised
yeah.
nobody just did a little turnover putter throw down there. Everybody's short, and Payton's in danger.
Yeah, like you were saying, with the new pin location, it brings the woods on the right side definitely in play where like you have to throw something left of the basket and let it come back. So if you go early right, you're still going out and around, as we see from Payton. And that slopes away too from the pin. So yeah, you can definitely easily go long. It's a small slope, but
Jared's what, outside? He's just in circle 2 there, isn't he?
yeah, I believe he is. Those trees behind the basket are probably within 20 feet of the pin or less. Anything sailing hard past it, it's going to make that comebacker tough or obstructed. Phil has the best chance for a 2 on the hole with the longest drive, and he still circles edge maybe just inside C1.
He's right there at the edge of it.
You mini.
It's definitely
It's a gettable hole, but
I mean, well, yeah. I was gonna say the course in its own right can be misconceiving. Like for some reason, if you look back at our Gibson County challenges, when this course is played, it's given even the MPO field some fits. It really, compared to the other courses in the event, it's the most technical.
oh, for sure. If you don't hit your line,
Well, we say that, but we got New Lake now.
all right.
New Lake's Haubstadt, but longer.
This hole's played a lot of different ways. I'm interested to see how they're actually going to play this.
See, I would go backhand on the last hole and like a forced turnover forehand on this hole, and Paul's going the opposite, and that's why he was rated 1,000. And we'll see. There is no straight line, especially this time of year. Like not during the tournament. You can see the basket at where they're at now, but
Yeah, Payton's
come
got the play
June,
here.
yeah, mid-late June, there is really no straight line to it unless you just get lucky. The hole goes to the left, and then like it looked like Paul was trying to lay up on the top of the hill and play her safe shot.
Oh, that's a good tree.
That'd be decent.
No OB long. Tree probably stopped him inside circle.
Oh yeah, he was going across the ditch if not.
Probably one of the harder 283-foot holes that you'll see in the area. There's a good tip for the anvil. That thing stayed high the whole way. That's outside circle across the creek. That's a lot to come back with.
The slope there, if you don't keep it low, it's gonna go across there. But I mean, even if you do keep it low and you pure it all the way through, it's gonna skip off the side of that hill.
Phil just got picked up by Gateway Disc right before this event.
Also, you threw a forehand on hole 2 yesterday, and I was like, what the?
So Paul's where, like you would call a bail out off the tee would be like top of the hill. You know, maybe a half-hearted run. That was full commitment, but that's and that roll. That's a big roll away from there. Wow, Jared.
Got some stuff in the way there.
I don't think I ever been over there when I went over to film this shot. He was way over there in comparison to most of the shots I've seen on this hole. Good comeback by Paul. That's hole 12 behind these guys down here. They're waiting on them to putt out. He's got his bogeys, he's got his birdie, now he's got his par. Everything's back to normal. A couple more of those birds on these next few holes here coming up, some shorter holes. Another short one, but forehand friendly, but it's tight. You can see like this with the way it grows in and the hill there. Usually people, you throw a forehand here and skip it up there, but that hillside, it can really...
Yeah, it's crazy to see the difference in seasons here. How much more fairway you have to work with now.
How much easier the course looks.
Thank you.
Again, the way you guys design these holes, these trees at the beginning really make it like for me to throw a forehand, I had to have room on the outside and let it come across. And these holes don't allow for that. Really good designs on the shorter hole. Ooh, that could have been real nice. He is working this. I'm guessing that's an anvil. He is working it. Hybrid, BT hybrid probably.
That's what it looks like.
Early and high. It's gonna be short.
It's
There's room down there now.
it's not a gimme though. Still
No,
with all
it's
the little
not.
trees.
Definitely something you can run. Plenty of backdrop for it. That looks good. Nice and flat. Caught a tree, didn't
Wait,
matter.
Firebird.
Right there, 20 feet.
I bet, dude.
defending champion with the lead right now. Ooh.
Good bid.
Was he putting with that hand?
I don't know. It was uphill the whole way, but
I know he's got his crowns he likes, but good putt by Phil, getting that birdie and back to even.
That's pretty.
Tripping with
Handed to me by the man himself.
Oh, that saved you $60, huh?
Yeah.
You getting 2020 destroyers from him too?
Kyle Dimbo on the bag.
Whether you know it or not, you have a brand, and we have discs. Let's put them together and make something really cool. We've got plenty of discs and are ready to stamp or Dimax them however you'd like.
Isn't it expensive?
Well, guy who asks convenient questions, at Dynamic Discs you can see what's available and fill out the form to see what it'll cost you before you even order. Sometimes I fill it out just for fun, because you can watch the numbers go. Anyways, head to dynamicdiscs.com/custom to place your custom order and grow your brand, whatever that is.
Going in hole 6, straight ahead. Just hit your gaps. I don't know if you put the trees next to each other, probably 10 feet.
yeah, the gap's small.
It's a small gap, even though the trees are
It's not long.
spaced.
It's not.
Seen plenty of bids. And like this time of year, like right now at the green, you can see that it'd be tough, but look where we're at now, and you know, seen people take
You can see
hyzer
the whole
routes and-
basket right
yeah.
there. It's just right there.
Haubstadt's got veteran baskets on it, and we had Dynamic Disc. They came in and helped support the coverage and donated. Ooh, that would have been fun.
Right? I mean, you'd like to not hit the cage.
They donated a basket that we gave away at the block party that we had Saturday night.
Yeah, a little,
Good look from there.
little course in St. Louis.
Yep. The green is fairly open once you get past that big tree on the left down there.
Another good shot.
Hopefully I can make that one. We'll see.
There it is, straight putter shot. Whew.
Nice shot.
Inside circle.
Out of my
There it
hand,
is.
I was like,
Paul giving it some bids.
Much basket as I hit on the drive.
you hit more basket on the drive, actually.
So Peyton's got this, completing the star frame. This hole had no bogeys on it for the MTO field.
Hole 7 here. This one dips low, and like right now, if you look, there's not much of the ceiling's pretty low too, and the basket sits higher than the trees. So it's got quite the difficulty for it being 185 feet.
Yeah, I'd say like on the tee, the basket's probably sitting about Paul's chest height, but then like that low ceiling you speak of was probably around his head height. So if you wanted to have anything that had a chance,
And
gotta
if
throw a rope.
There's too many limbs if you throw it up there that high. You don't know. It's just a gamble.
You gotta throw a rope, but you can't throw it. It's not really a straight shot either.
350 uphill. I'm throwing an element. That kid's throwing a magic.
It's just a good, like,
I like a turnover
yeah.
putter mid range, just low enough that you can just try and slide it up there next to the tree stump.
It's nice to see
Turn that over.
185-foot holes that make you think, give you a little bit of option. Kind of like the original disc golf courses that you might see around northern Kentucky. A lot of shorter holes, but still a good challenge. Ooh, first available.
Still going. You can see the line right there. You just need to put a little bit of turn on it and right up the gut.
Get through everything.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good out.
Angry over the basket. Like it tunnels out too for the last 45 feet.
See that there.
It's a long 3-putt. Hole made good use of elevation change. It'd be nice if we figured out a good way to get that stump working right. But then there's times you think about it where,
It's a good blocker right now.
well, it's a good blocker, but if you go on the stump, then the basket might be too high
Yeah.
for a tee shot.
I've actually used that stump as a skip into the basket from about where Payton was earlier.
Good putt. That was probably 25, 28 feet.
There's a lot of
Elevation
elevation trees you can't really see in the way of that too.
Look at Phil climbing back up now. Double bogey in hole 1. 4 birdies in by hole 7. The course is gettable, and then the course can be painful.
Haubstadt giveth, but
Yeah.
Haubstadt taketh.
We take a look at the leaderboard, or if you go look at the leaderboard online, you can definitely see where some players had struggles, and there's still some tough holes to come for this card. This is a fun hole. Another just straight ahead shot, but the you go left or right of those trees and the gaps aren't big, but you have something to throw into. So you can definitely make it an ace run, but if you don't fully commit to that shot and you go down the hill,
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised how many people hit these first available right here. And it's a deep ravine the whole way, so if you don't make it up to the basket, you're
I guess we're gonna
it's a tough uphill come back.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. We'll see.
The forehand's usually what everybody throws. That's what you see a lot of. Throwing it into that hillside.
oh,
Oof, that took off. And it got down there though, yeah.
trick shots.
Well, I was in
this.
circle. That
Yeah.
was, caught that tree at the right angle, kept it going forward. That one didn't come back. That's over. 9's rough. I forgot about that one. That's usually usually where a lot of people land. You don't want to be down in the ravine. You throw that forehand, saw it off. You're on the right side. If you throw backhands, usually you don't want to be down there. You want to fully commit. You turn it over on the right side. Great comeback. That was, well, I can't. Oh, he had a line, but he really had to work it on that forehand flick.
go, baby.
Didn't end up too bad.
Well, it's never too bad when you get the birdie, but I mean, Payton, he won last year by a good margin, and he's definitely a putting machine. You can say that for Jared too. Jared makes some good putts, and
It's all the mustache power.
I believe Payton is either the highest rated AM in Indiana or at least top 3 by the time they get to AM Worlds. And that's how to do it right there. Tough recovery shot. Give yourself that easy par shot, par putt. So hole 9, typically this is a double mando, but we removed the left side of it. Only the right side was in play for the tournament. And it's probably one of the harder to get to birdies on the front 9. The basket is about level with the tee pad, but so are the limbs in the way.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees you gotta get through.
At 318, you're finally getting to use maybe a fairway driver or a overstable mid-range that you can force over.
Good shot.
And that's
I'm glad Phil made it look easy.
I
yeah,
don't know. I feel like if it hadn't hit that tree, it would
that's how it's done.
That's true. I think it would
pretty
have been
it's a
good
pretty
either way.
simple props, you know.
I bet Jared's got maybe a crown right here or a shield. I played a practice round with him. I think he was throwing putters.
Fairway.
That
No, I
tree
might have
wasn't
a better fit.
real bad. Going the right way still.
Yours was a better
Yeah.
shot.
What do you make it to the second hill?
Yeah, he's over that second hill, so past the second bridge, he'll have depending on how far left he is, he should have just a wide open upshot. This hole played the hardest on the front 9.
I'm really not sure where Payton ended up. He had the right
Early-
angle and line
Early
looking.
tree. There's an OB Creek on the right, but it's unless you get a really bad kick with the angle of the tee pad, it's hard to get to. A lot in the way. Yeah, he caught something early, just turned it over too quick. So he's probably 30 feet left of the main fairway. And he hit something on that upslope. There's OB long, so like that's probably the toughest part is wherever you land once you get off the tee or even on the tee, you run the risk of trying to get up this hill, and as soon as you do, it goes OB. He hit something right away. Would that land right in front of him?
Looks like it. He's still on the right side.
He's throwing 3 here. And another,
He's out.
Kick
He's
right.
on the edge now.
yeah.
Jared's got a look. Is he putting? Putting. What's that? Probably
80?
80 uphill.
I mean, he committed to it. He had a big jump on that.
What the OB's probably 15, 20 feet past the basket.
Yeah, and this is where you see a lot of people get bit by it right here is that you're still trying to get over this hill
Me?
because you can barely see
Oh,
the
yeah.
basket. And then just a little bit long or a little bit of a roll.
Yeah, there's the OB. If you completely whiff your putt.
Ooh,
Oh.
or don't whiff it and you still get a bad break off the. I hit front of the cage, not even on the side. That's
a tough break.
Sissy.
That almost did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a birdie putt. So the asphalt is OB, the gravel's in. So there's a little bit of a buffer, and his putt went right over the top of it.
I mean, I feel like it's really a par 4, but it is kind of.
I feel like it's a par 4 for just like
That's a swing.
all the uncertainty of like OB and
Right.
a tough tee shot.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
So Paul with the triple bogey on the 9th hole, Phil with a double bogey on the 1st hole, and what a difference it can impact the scorecard in 9 holes.
Yeah, well, we started this hole, everybody 3 down, and
Yeah.
we got 2 tied at 3 down. Payton took
Yeah,
a
so it's
bogey.
front 9 right there. Go ahead. Thanks to our sponsors, DPI, Downtown Princeton Inc., Skybreak Disc, everybody who helped make the courses ready, and the CTPs out there, Parker Excavating, Dad's for Disc Golf.